Hey everyone, I'm Jamie and I hope you're having a fierce day. Welcome back, and today we're going to be playing The Sims 4. I'm doing a sped up version of a house build that I did because The Sims 4 just released a new update that allows you to do platforms. One quick disclaimer is that I build houses for fun and I don't actually know if The Sims are able to play in it. So it will be available for download on the gallery, but I don't know if all of it is playable by The Sims. And at the end of this video, I will be doing a thank you and shout out to all of the people who have supported me. We hit 50 subscribers, which is super exciting. I never expected this to even happen. So yeah, I just want to give credit where credit is due. So if you want to hear about that more at the end of this video, I will give a shout out. All right, and let's get started. So my first house actually crashed. So that was the first house that I made, and I didn't save like an idiot. So always save your game. I'm going to be putting up the cheats that I use. I'm sure everybody knows these, but yeah, it's move objects, show hidden objects, show live edit objects, and ignore gameplay unlocks entitlement. This is just like if you place a platform next to another platform, they layer up quite nicely. And if you put another platform on top of that platform and delete it, you can get some really interesting shapes, which I was sure to play with. So before we had like decks, sort of. Platforms are different, which is super awesome. I don't know how Sims can walk up them yet. I haven't played with them yet. And this is really interesting. You can change the foundation height. So I like to typically just put a hot tub next to it just so that I can see the basic height of a hot tub. I don't know. So curved platforms, which was really interesting because you can change the height of the platform. I think you should be able to make like walls out of it. So what I do is I put another platform on top of it, delete it, and that's how you get the curved shape while still maintaining as much space as you can on the inside. I also wanted to see if I could make the platforms outside of the foundation. And so what I do to make these sort of in-ground steps is I raise the height of the floor. But unfortunately with platforms, you can only raise it to the height of the foundation smoothly. Otherwise, it kind of like bubbles up. So I just brought it back down and made it a different foundation on its own, which is originally how I made steps like this before. And now you can see I can raise the ground and it looks buried, which is what I'm going for. I want like, my cat's meowing. Yeah, so this is just a speed up version, and now I'm going to take the curved part and try to see if I can make a curved wall, which is super exciting. I mean, in reality, curved walls are pretty useless, but just having the ability to make it is fun because that's what The Sims is about. So as you can see, it only goes up to the height one notch, I guess, down from the wall height, and we can cover that with the roof. So because it's difficult to put walls right next to it, so what I do is I just make a triangular room shape on the side and then move it over. And this is how I got around that so that I can really like optimize the space within the curved wall. Another weird thing is that when you make walls and connect it to make a room, I tried to redo this just to see if it was the same, but it like changes the floor height. So a way that I was able to fix it, I guess, is just put a glass door, and here you can really see the difference. So the floor just automatically goes way down and you have to bring it back up. And for the garage, I don't know if many people know this, so I'm just throwing it out here. This is the way that I make driveways. I raise the ground level up to the foundation and then sort of smooth it out. Another cool thing with the foundations and platforms is that you can actually lower the platform underneath the foundation. So I instantly was like, oh, hot tub. I don't know why I'm so fascinated with built-in hot tubs. So I brought it over, and here you just raise it back up and now it looks like it's part of the floor. You can also make really cool stairs, like really long steps. I still don't know if The Sims can actually use it, but I don't know. You guys can figure that out if you want. And I also took the opportunity to make another curved wall because why not? So I just stuck that on the side, brought it all the way up, and that will be our second curved wall. And I think I'm going to try to make that into a sort of chimney or something, like for a fireplace. So I'm trying to add stairs and create sort of like different rooms to begin with. And when you do that, it raises the platform up, which seems to be kind of random because I did it again later and it goes down. So all you gotta do is just change that. It's annoying, but you know, for the benefits it brings, I think it's worth it. And here you can see it. It seems kind of random because it just lowers it out of nowhere. I just really love platforms and different levels, which is very common in like Japanese housing, to separate the different parts of a house based with platforms instead of walls. I wanted to do like a foyer with an open staircase and a balcony, but for some reason I've always had trouble with this just because the roofs come back in. So instead of using fences, I had to use walls. I tried to get around it by changing it, but the roofs come back for some reason. So if anybody knows how to fix that, let me know. I ended up just putting windows in it. What's really cool is with the fences, like the way that it connects, I just really like it. Usually when you make these connections, it doesn't always give you the joint with the grass on it, so you could have lots of grass. And now look at all of these platform colors, and they match the material, so it's just super cool looking. And with that square, I want to make some sort of like big fireplace or something. I'm so excited with these platforms. It's so exciting. I'm just having so much fun, guys. And so now you can see all the different platforms that I'm doing. Now we're getting into the actual painting of the big platforms. Some of them are kind of weird, but then I found one that really looks like one of the wall panel tile things, and you have to be kind of careful and mindful to match the color correctly, but fortunately they did that for us. They made sure that there was a matching type. This was really exciting. They actually, with the snowy escape, they have a new beam that is a shusugi or yakisugi style wood, which means grilled wood. It's a method of waterproofing and weatherproofing wood by burning it, which is so cool. Like, I didn't use it on this actual build, but the attention to detail, I'm really like, shout out to The Sims. I love it. This is just, I love it so much. I was shocked to see that in the game, which is really cool. One thing to note is that with this, you do need to raise up your doors. Again, this is why I don't know if the Sims are able to live in this house. I don't know. I'm not gonna play with this house. I just make houses. It's therapeutic. It's cheaper than therapy. So I really wanted to give a lot of attention to the outside landscaping, and I put in the little chimney. And I made the garage door with just one of the doors, I think, that came with the tropical pack. Something cool that I just realized is you can place windows and like layer them on top of doors. So I just got window happy. I was so excited about this. This was nuts. I used to just make the door invisible or the other window invisible, which is cool. For things like this, with the door enters to a different platform, it's really easy. You just add stairs, which is super considerate of the Sims team. I'm just so excited with this update. Like, for this I used these Strangerville rocks just to try to build this fire pit. I don't think it's actually going to be functional, but I just wanted to see what you could build with it, which is really cool. I'm loving it. Like McDonald's, I'm loving it. A weird thing is that when I went back into this the next day, the terrain paint disappeared, so I had to reapply it. I don't know what that's about. I also really like this Zen sand, so to change it is also just use the caret brackets and shift to cover the entire area. And I was able to match the sand with the, I think it's like a concrete floor tile that looks like the sand but uncombed. So hopefully the Sims dev team will update with a new floor tile that's the Zen sand uncombed. I was having so much fun with the landscaping, and then I was just playing around with stuff to make unique forms in the sinks and everything. It was just very, I was having the time of my life, man. I tell you, I am in such a good mood because of this. One thing I do for fireplaces, just because I want to make something fun, is I just like find shapes and stuff and I just sort of stack them. To get a smooth placement, you hold down Alt, by the way. Another thing I do is to use the cabinets, and to get it to line up, you just build another wall and then you delete the walls. That's what I did. I ended up using the ones from the Cool Kitchen pack just because I really like the light up of it. It's very clean. And to change the wall TV placement, delete the walls so it doesn't auto lock to the walls, and then you just move it up. I couldn't find a sectional that fit the way that I wanted it to. I'm so used to my CC. So I just threw these two couches together and made a sectional. I don't know if it's functional. I also really like these waterfall cabinets, so I knew that I wanted to use those. And to get a nice looking fridge, like a built-in kind of look, I just put the full cabinet up. You know, you can just play around with everything. A cool use for the dead space that the round walls create is by building in storage. You can definitely make good use of the space and hopefully make it livable. I was very excited about this because this looks like the IKEA's new line. Also with the platform, something that you can use it for, you can't move items down below below the foundation that they're already on. But if you have the platforms, then it is lower. So you can start it out on the lower platform, which is what I did to make it sort of seem like built in. I wanted to do some sort of fancy headboard, but I wasn't really feeling any of them. So I just went back to my go-to glowing cool kitchen stuff pack thing, and then I found this art and I was like, yeah, I know it doesn't match, but I was so psyched with the llamas. The way that I do under cabinet lighting, I just hide them underneath cabinets and objects. And also, to get like a cool mirror sort of thing going, you can place a mirror and then get the frames and size them up, and then just rearrange the mirrors to fit inside the box. I also added like this partition, which looks really cool. I don't know what I was doing. I was just having fun, and that's the point of this, you know. To have a cool custom desk, I put this new bookshelf that came with the Snowy Escapes pack and just kind of squished it into the wall. So this was just very exciting. I highly recommend this pack. I mean, and I'm so happy with the updates that The Sims made. I couldn't really find a nice end table that I liked, so I just used the stool. I mean, you can use anything. It's free real estate, you know. This is where the platforms really come in handy. I couldn't find any shoes besides this shoe display. I put it on the lower platform and then raised it up a little bit so that it fit perfectly. And to make a cat bed, they're so basic in the game, so I just used this little basket. Again, I don't know if it will work, but, you know, Godspeed. Another thing to build this trellis, I used the plant that I think comes from the Jungle Adventure pack or whatever. So here is the overview of the house. I gave everything its own name, and then here's just a few screenshots from the actual house. It's very cool. I like it a lot. I had so much fun with this. Again, I don't know if you can play it. It's available for download if anybody wants it. It's under the hashtag jamieisfierce, and it's posted by jamieisfierce. I did want to do a big thank you to everybody because we surpassed 50 subscribers already, which is nuts. I mean, I want everybody to know all of the people that went in behind this. I mean, all of the support is just incredible, and I'm so thankful for all of you guys. It's all the views, all the comments, and everything. So I tried to get a list of everybody that commented on my videos or anything, and I just put them together. Again, I have a horrible memory, so if I missed anybody, please leave a comment below and I will add you in the next video just to make sure I get everyone. But I did want to also do a special shout out to Grim Sausage, MONDAI Kid, Ladario Hill, and Wife City, because you guys have just been super amazing, just above and beyond. I mean, I couldn't have done this without everybody's support. YouTube is really not a single person's product. It's like a whole community. My first YouTube video was actually started by a post on Reddit where I was asking for feedback from fellow YouTubers. So I will link everybody who connected with me in this and that I've been following and they've been following me. I will link them all in the description. Even if, I mean, they're all amazing, but even if you don't like gameplay or reviews or fashion or makeup, I mean, follow them anyway because they're great people. So yeah, I just thank you so much, you guys. This is really such a treat that I woke up to 50 subscribers. I can't imagine that 50 separate people liked my stuff and I made them happy enough that they wanted to see more. It really means a lot. And Pickle says thank you too. What do you want to say to the microphone? She likes to bite me. So thank you so much from both of us. Thank you a lot, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.